guys, we're back. Bonzi-chan and Loneazn, and today we're going to talk about SM2 Islands Awaiting for You and Moonlight level Loa leaks and translations. This will probably most likely be most of our Guardians Rising set, as well as the stuff that came out in Sun and Moon 1.5, which is like Japan's little half set that ends up being our full second, will end up being our full second Sun and Moon set, which is Guardians Rising. So we're just going to go down the list here of the leaks over here on Poke Beach and talk about them. We're going to skip over anything that's not really playable or notable, or we don't see a whole lot of potential in. But the first card I want to talk about actually is Victory Bell. Now, the reason why I like this card, Brandon, do you want to know why? I like this. Well, we have things like Forest of Giant Plants. We still have Rare Candy, and this is a stage 2. And its attacks actually aren't bad. So for single grass energy pollen hazard, it does 20 damage, and it poison, burn, and confuses your opponent's active. So.
Oh wait, you said Victory Bell?
Yeah, Victory Bell. It poisons, burn. It does 20 damage. It poisons, burns, and confuses for 1 energy.
Which, yeah, it's gonna be the
So that's.
The new burn. That's,
yeah. It's 20 damage. 20 damage.
Poison.
Is
it 20? So you do 30 damage.
Yeah, you're doing. Well, you do. So when it switches from your turn to their turn, it does 30 damage. They have to flip for the burn, and if the burn fails, and then when it switches back to your turn, that's another 30. Plus, if they try to attack you and it fails, that's another 30.
Plus, they flip for confusion.
Yeah, if they want to attack, they have to flip for confusion too. So I mean, it's not horrible, but it's not great.
No.
But I definitely
no, because you flip between turns though for confusion.
No, confusion is only flipped when you attack. You're thinking of burn.
Did they switch it?
No, burn is the only special condition that was changed.
Oh, what the fuck?
Burn.
Confusion, you flip between turns too.
No, confusion you only flip when you attack, and you can't remove confusion unless you do things like Pokemon Center Lady.
Hold on. Confusion.
As Brand's looking up the rules.
I swear to God. See, if it tries to attack these rules.
Alright. It's only when you attack, right?
Let's see. Special alongside poison. If Pokemon is confused, it must be turned upside down. If you try this attack, flip a coin. Okay.
Yeah, so it's only when it attacks.
What? Okay, before retreating, you had to flip a coin.
Yeah, unless you like do some other sort of like Pokemon Center Lady, or use escape rope or switch or some other switching mechanic that it's not retreating. Okay, so for single energy, you're doing 20 plus the 30 between turns, so that's 50 when it switches to your opponent's turn, so it's 50 damage for 1 energy. And if they can't get it out, there's another guarantee. If they can't get it out, there's a possibility of a guaranteed 30 from the burn and poison, so that's 80. Plus, if they attack, that's a possibility of 110. So a lot of conditions have to be met, but they're conditions that are not. It's going to come up more than you think.
That's a good chunk of damage for 1 grass energy, but that's if conditions are perfect.
Yeah, that's if you land. That's if every coin flip gets flipped into your favor. Yeah, but they're all 50-50. So I mean, chances are one of them will flip your way. So let's say the burn stays. That's 20 from the attack plus 31 switch between turns plus another 20 if the burn sticks in your favor. That's 70 damage. That's still a lot.
You can see that in a pretty decent deck.
Yeah. And then its second attack for Grass and Double Colorless, Stick and Absorb does 80 damage, and you heal 20 damage from your Pokemon, and the active Pokemon can't retreat. So you lock them in.
Cool. So dirty.
So you can first turn, you could use Pollen Hazard, Poison, Burn, and confuse them, and then the following turn attach a DCE and then lock them in there, and they're stuck in there. Unless they have like a Pokemon Center Lady, a Switch, a Ranger, or something.
Yeah.
So I definitely think Victory Bell has some potential.
Just be an interesting combo to run with it, because you'd need force a giant plant to get it evolved pretty fast. Plus, probably want a second attacker.
Or not, maybe not even a second attacker. Why not something like Vile Bloom? Just dirty item lock them. Force them to have
it's so dirty.
Force them to have a Pokemon Center Lady. Or force them to have a Ninja Boy. Because we don't have AZ in standard. There's no standard. There's no AZ, so standard would have a harder time dealing with this. Expanded though, we have a lot easier time dealing with this.
Pokemon Ranger stops effects, right?
It stops effects, but not conditions. So like they could retreat, but they couldn't. They still would have to be poisoned.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Pokemon Ranger.
But as it is, how many people do you see running Pokemon Ranger?
I run it sometimes. Depends.
Yeah, I run it at our locals because I'm always afraid of Toad.
Yeah. It's always sad.
The next card is Golly is I don't even know how to say this, dude. Golly Spod.
Golly Spod?
Yeah, it's right above Victini. It's the last of the grass Pokemon on the page.
Golly Spod.
I'll let you take this one.
Golisopod. Evolves from Rimipod. Let's see. Ability is armor. Damage done to this Pokemon by attacks is reduced by 30. So that means the ability is always ongoing. So as long as the Pokemon attacks them by damage. Let's see.
Yeah. 1
grass, 2 colorless. Resolute Claw. 80 damage if the opponent's active Pokemon is GX or EX. Does 70 more damage, so 150. That's pretty good, especially with a lot of people running like Decidueye or Solgaleo, Lurantis for sure. There's the Lapras deck, but I don't know how many people are actually running that.
Well, in standard, Lapras is pretty popular, but it expanded. It's like, why not play, Keldeo? But Keldeo's still weak to grass.
Yeah. So
I really like the ability though. It gives it an effect. Card. Yeah. The ability though gives it an effective 160 health.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's pretty good. I definitely think if you're playing a grass deck, you'll probably play this as a 1 or 2 of. Especially especially in a heavy EX/GX format.
Golisopod. I think Golisopod will actually one-shot my Greninja.
Yeah, it would, because you're weak to grass.
Yeah. 80, 160.
Yeah, that's a one-shot.
With the break. No, with the break is what?
Isn't it 140? Or is it 170?
No, it's 1. I think it's like 180. Let me see.
Okay, let's say this. Throw a Kukui down.
170, yeah.
With a Kukui, it's a one-shot against Greninja.
It's a one-shot after Kukui, so...
Yeah. So I think it's going to see some play, definitely.
That's definitely got a lot of potential to be used.
Yep. Next thing is Tyrant. Go ahead.
I'm trying to think. Actually, Golisopod and no, that'd be Victory Bell. It'd be too much, yeah. Because if you're gonna play Victory Bell, I definitely think you're gonna play Item Lock over Golisopod. Yeah. Next thing we got is Tyranitar GX. It's a fire type with 190 HP basic. Its first attack for a double colorless is Trap Shell for 20 damage. And if this Pokemon is damaged by an attack during your opponent's next turn, place 8 damage counters on the attacking Pokemon. So it's Bursting the Balloon on a body. Better Bursting Balloon on a body. Yeah, it's a better Bursting Balloon on a body. And then second attack, Crimson Flame for 2 fire and a colorless, does 160 damage. Either discard 2 fire energy attached to this Pokemon. Now this is not as bad as you'd think, because we have things like Flame Energy, which if they're discarded by an attack, they get
attached right back onto the attacking Pokemon. So if you had let's say even if you had one flame energy on here, that's one less energy you have to attach. Plus, this thing still works with things like Max Elixir. So that's the basic. Plus, in expanded, we have Blacksmith.
Jeez. Nitro Tank GX.
Oh yeah, you attach 5 fire energy from your discard pile to your Pokemon any way you like. So it's a quick way to charge things up. I think this would be a good a secondary attacker in a deck like Incineroar.
Volcanion deck.
It'd definitely be a good attacker in a Volcanion deck, yes.
Incineroar.
Yeah, Incineroar would be good too. Those are only 2 real fire decks that are even remotely played right now. Delphox could probably play this card too.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen the Delphox deck as much, but
definitely could be played with this. Plus the GX move only needs 1 energy, so it can go off early game pretty easily.
Yeah.
Help you get set up really quick
Unless
too.
I want to just do end up doing just a fucking what's it called, a Flareon deck.
Oh yeah, Flareon deck too. Yeah, you could definitely use this card too.
Just do a fast fire or fast power.
It's flash fire. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. No, I was thinking like a fast power up. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah. Next thing we got is a Alolan Ninetales. Why don't you take this one, dude?
Let's see. Evolves from Alolan Vulpix, so you have to have the Alolan Vulpix. Double colorless does Ice Blade. 50 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon, so that means you can hit the bench. So it'd be a nice, like, snipe for anything in the back line that you're trying to hit, or let's say somebody pulls back their Shaman and it's really low in health. Knock it out, get a quick 2 cards. 2 water, 1 colorless, does Blizzard Edge, 160 damage, but you discard 2 energies from this Pokemon. Not bad for the damage, but you still lose 2 water energies. We'll touch on a card that'll probably help us out later on. Double colorless for the GX. Move all damage counters. Let's say you're close to death, about 200 damage, and use the GX. Let's say you use it on another GX, i.e. Incineroar, which Incineroar has the highest health in the game.
Yeah,
right?
250.
Right, GX.
Yep, 250.
Yeah, so moving all the damage counters from pure Alolan Ninetales, which pretty sure you don't need to since he's weak to water.
Well, I don't know if this would be affected by weakness because you're not doing damage. You're just moving counters. I don't think it would get hit.
You wouldn't need this GX unless you needed to do like a clutch pull, Lysander, and then clear on somebody if needed.
Even then, even if it doesn't take a knockout, it's still good because it's basically a free max potion. Yeah, potion. It fully heals it, so that's really good, and it's kind of beefy too with 210 HP.
Yeah, 210.
Plus, plus your
weakness is
metal.
Metal.
Its weakness is metal, and the only metal deck seeing a lot of play right now is Scizor and sometimes Solgaleo, but I haven't really seen. I've only seen one good Solgaleo. I've only seen one good Solgaleo deck.
But, I definitely would like to make a Ninetales deck.
Yeah.
Which has only 1 retreat cost, so that's really nice.
Yeah, it is really nice.
If not, you could probably run a Manaphy.
Yeah, if you're gonna play Ninetales, I don't see why you wouldn't play Manaphy. It could probably slot into a water box shell.
Yeah, but definitely looking forward to the Ninetales GX, especially with that. Playing a lot of water decks with my Greninja deck lately. Kind of want to keep going with the water. Except for the new bird.
Yeah, I'll talk about Glalie here. Glalie, I think, is worth talking about here. Stage 1, 120 HP with water Pokemon. For 2 water energy, Crunch does 40 damage. You flip a coin of heads, discard energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. So it's 2 energy, 40 damage plus a Crushing Hammer.
Yeah, that's really nice, especially if a lot of people are running kind of like my Greninja deck where it highly
Relies on energy.
highly relies on energy and then recycling. But sometimes recycling doesn't work, or I don't get the card I need. It'll definitely stop a lot of cards pretty fast.
It opens up the ability for water to move into a very disruptive style of play, a very controlling style of play. Yeah. Also, for 3 water energy, Raging Ice Ball does 70 damage, and if this Pokemon has any damage counters on it, this attack does 80 more damage. 150 for 3. And it's very easy for damage to get put onto it. I mean, it's not that hard. I mean, if you're gonna make this a main attacker, you probably play like Team Agra Secret Base with it.
Yeah, that'd be really nice.
Yeah, but I definitely think, but it has a heavy retreat cost. Its weakness isn't bad. It has no, its retreat cost is pretty bad at 3 energy. It's pretty bad. Yeah. You'd definitely be playing Manaphy with this card. You'd definitely be playing Manaphy with this card. The ice cream cones, I don't feel like are worth talking about.
Most of the time, a lot of these are commons. A lot of them don't really have any tournament like value.
Yeah, they don't.
You want a Tapu Koko?
Yep, you take Tapu Koko.
Tapu Koko.
You can take him.
All right, another basic GX. He's a lightning. Let's see. His ability is really nice. Arrow Trail. Once during your turn before you attack, when you play this card from your hand onto your bench, you may move any number of lightning energy attached to your Pokemon to this one. If you move any energy, switch this with your active. So basically similar to like a Keldeo or what is it, Blastoise?
Yeah.
If you move as many energies.
Blastoise lets you attach as many energies from your hand to a water Pokemon.
Okay.
But I think this is nicer because then you don't have to play things like Floatstone with this card. Because let's say like you have one in the active and you have one on your bench. Well, you can move lightning energy from the active to the benched one and then bring out the benched one that's fully charged up.
Yeah.
Without having to use Floatstone.
Yeah, that'd be nice. And then I guess when you do that, you can actually max potion because you're taking energies away anyways.
Yeah, definitely.
The unfortunate part is that he's pretty heavy on energies. Two lightning, 1 colorless, or Sky Claw, or even his GX move. But his Sky Claw does 130 damage, not too bad. But like I said, the cost is pretty high. But you can power him up pretty fast.
Yeah, you can use
Thunder GX. Vikavolt.
Vikavolt would work, yes, but Vikavolt has to it's a lightning and a grass energies.
Stage 2.
And it's a stage 2, so it's kind of slow as well. I think the playability in this comes from Electrode, from Evolutions. Definitely.
Yeah, okay.
Because that counts as 2 lightning energy, plus we have things like Max Elixir as well.
Nice.
So I don't think it'll be too slow. I think it might just be just fast enough.
Yeah.
Plus, since it's a lightning type, it one-shots things like Yveltal, which are still really popular.
Yeah. Yveltal.
Shaman. It takes free knockouts on Shamans.
So it's going to be pretty good. Especially when you're running expanded in our region. Tapu Thunder GX does 50 damage to attack the number of energies attached to all your opponent's Pokemon. So let's say they're running an energy heavy deck, you can definitely one-shot somebody.
Oh yeah.
Because that's 50 times the energy. So let's say, Rayquaza runs 4 energies just to attack.
Rayquaza needs a double colorless and a single energy to attack. It needs 3 energy, but that's 1.
Okay, so that's 3. So that's 150.
Plus, it's weak. It's weak to lightning too.
Yeah, which is 300 automatic.
Yeah.
That's knockout.
And then things like Water Box always have a lot of energy on the board too.
Yeah.
And then also, 130 damage though for for 3 energies, not horrible. You don't have to discard anything either, so it's nice. It's a consistent 130 damage. Plus, it works with things like Fighting Fury Belt too to give it 210 HP and then hitting for 140.
Yeah.
So it's
Fury Belt, Muscle Band.
It's definitely gonna be a deck.
Yeah.
Next thing, I don't think the Slowpoke Slowbro is worth talking about, really.
No, then you got the Goths.
I don't think they're not. I don't think they'd be that good. I mean, Gothita though, it has a Gothel has a decent attack though for the Link Blast, does 50 damage, and it has the same amount of energy as the opponent's active. It does 80 plus, so 160, which is plus and expanded. We have things like Dimension Valley that would make this a single energy attack.
Ooh.
So I mean, it's not horrible. It could work, but I don't really see it being top tier.
Yeah.
It might be a good like mid tier deck.
Then you have more renditions of Machop again.
The Machops, I don't think Machop or Machoke are worth talking about. Actually, Machoke actually has an interesting ability though.
Prevent all damage and placement of damage counters from your opponent's attacks and abilities to your bench Pokemon. So basically, he would just block out my, let's say, Greninja. Anybody with like a Snipe, Decidueye, trying to think of basically anybody who hits the bench.
Yeah, so
like
Decidueye, Bats, Hoopa, Alakazam.
Gengar, if anybody's running that.
Yeah, it blocks a lot actually if you think about it, but unless Decidueye starts getting the traction that everyone thought it would, I don't really think this card's to see a lot of play. Maybe in the future, if Decidueye starts becoming widely played, I definitely think fighting might become a deck that if you're be good to play with this.
It would be a really good counter to the Greninja decks. So like my deck, it could actually help out that Lucario Fight Alone deck. That would actually be really nice.
Well, Lucario Fight Alone doesn't want to have a bench.
Well, yeah, but it would help out with any snipings.
Yeah, it would.
It's kind of hard when that Fight Alone, or even the EX Lucario deck. This would be pretty decent in it, but it would kind of make it a little clunky.
Yeah, and then the Machamp I don't think is that good. I think the Machamp from Generations is better.
Yeah.
This Machamp's not that good. Another card, a lot of card people are talking about is Whiscash. I'll take this one, bro. So Whiscash, it's a stage 1, evolves from Barbaroach, 130 HP, fighting type. It's weak to grass and has 3 retreat costs, which is pretty bad. But its second attack landslide for fighting and 3 Kodos energy, 100 damage times. Discard 3 cards from the top of your deck. This attack does 100 damage times the number of energy cards discarded. it's very
Joey Wheeler deck, but with fighting.
Yeah, but I mean, there's some like cards like Puzzle of Time will let you like look at the top 3 cards of your deck and rearrange them, so that way you'll know if you're gonna do the damage. Also, there's another card There's another card we're going to talk about later that will definitely make this viable.
Dude,
I think this guy...
imagine the Typhlosion deck, but with Whiscash.
Yeah, it's on steroids. Yeah, I'm going to make this deck, I think, just for lulz. Just for the lulz. It'll be like the world's like most trolly rogue deck. Look at that face, Brandon. Look at that face. Look at it. Look at this face. Look at this face.
He said that with Kevin the Sea Cucumber.
Kevin the Sea Cucumber has evolved. Let's see. Probopass, nah. Clefairy, Clefable, nah. Comfy is okay. We can talk about Comfy because I play a fairy deck, so we'll talk about Comfy here.
Let's see.
You want me to take this one, or you want to take it?
I'm just reading it. Go ahead.
Okay, so it's the attack. No one cares about the attack. No one. Let's be real. The attack sucks. 30 damage for 30 damage for.
Sweet kiss.
Yeah, but your opponent gets to draw a card. That's pretty horrible. But its ability though is what I like about it, and as long as it's in play, each of your Pokemon fairy energy attached to it can't be affected by special conditions, and then it cleanses all special conditions that are on your Pokemon. So it might be good.
So,
what are we playing Comfy Mill? Is that what you're talking about? Comfy Mill?
Dude, think about this. how many times have you gotten like to the end of somebody's deck?
Not very often. Usually I'm milling myself. But then again, I play Mega
Not to run through my deck fast.
Hey, Mega Gardevoir just burns through itself pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Most like, you have to realize most of the decks I've played, they burn through themselves pretty quickly.
Mill deck comfy. Yes.
I don't see that happening. I think Houndoom Mill's still better.
But comfy. Jeez.
Grandpa, not worth talking about.
That's my problem.
Como OGX is worth talking about.
Como.
You take this one, I'll be right back. So talk about this card for a little bit.
So, this line is a dragon line. Really nice. Como GX has 240 HP. Stage 2 evolve of Hakomo. One colorless adamantine press, I should say, but 30 damage. During your opponent's next turn, you take 30 less damage, so that's not bad. It could definitely probably clutch a lot of moments, especially because Professor Kukui only does an extra 20, so it could keep you alive. Energy's a little bit high on all of its attacks, but all of them are really nice. One lightning energy, one fighting energy, 2 colorless. That'll be for shred, 130 damage. This attack isn't affected by any effects. So let's say you're playing Glaceon or something that has an effect that kind of negates you from doing damage. It negates that. So you're always going to hit for 130 unless there's something stopping it.
Yeah.
But it has to be like an ability to stop it, not
effect.
An effect. The GX is really nice. 240 damage. Basically a one hit on any of them, except for Incineroar. But by the time you use your GX, you're probably getting ready for the knockout anyways. But
plus
this card will only thing.
Kukui's still a thing.
Oh yeah, Kukui. Extra 20 damage, so 260 automatic knockout. But you're pretty much one-shotting anybody.
Yeah.
It's really nice because it's a dragon too, so you can actually start running those
double dragon energy.
Those double dragon energies. Yep.
Plus double colorless too with this deck.
Yep. It'll be interesting.
The only thing holding it back is the stage 2, and we don't have any like evolution acceleration for dragons yet, but we do have rare candy, which is nice.
Yeah. But the only weakness is fairy, so it's not bad.
It can easily be one shot by Mega Gardevoir, which is like the only main fairy deck running. Plus Rainbow Road Xerneas is still a thing.
Yeah.
Those are 2 main fairy decks that stand out in my mind.
Yeah, as long as you're not playing against those decks, you should be fine. It's good. Yeah. It's basically knock them out fast.
I think this card will be better after rotation happens, because once rotation happens for standard, Mega Gardevoir loses a lot of power because it loses things like Mega Turbo.
Yeah.
And also, but in the expanded though, I don't see this card being relevant very much. Because you're still gonna have things like
hard.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard. Expanded's a whole nother game compared to standard. Let's see, we have Chansey and Blissey. Nope. Chansey and Blissey, nope, not worth talking about. Taylor Swallow. Not really worth talking about.
Yeah, it's not really anything.
And then, so nothing really left for the Pokemon. We have Energy Lotto to talk about. We might as well just talk about all the trainers because they're always worth talking about.
What the heck is Kamala? The ability certain sleep if this Pokemon is your active Pokemon. When you attach energy from your hand to this Pokemon, then this Pokemon is now asleep.
It's a troll deck. Don't. I'm not. That's why I'm not talking about it.
Yeah, but that triple colorless right there, hypno roll, 100
Yeah.
damage.
Three energy. Three. Not even a double colorless. It's 3 energy, bro. But, I mean, I guess you can max elixir it. You can't even blacksmith it because it's not a fire Pokemon. I mean, you could play Ancient Origins Evolutions with this to try to hit for weakness.
Good lord.
You know, it has it's free troll. Free troll. I don't think it's not even like mid
I
tier.
want to make that deck for the hell of it.
It's not mid tier. It's not even mid tier. It's just it's bad, but it could have potential.
Who would be more salty if they lost to it?
I think all the people at Conway would flip the table.
Do you think you'd flip the table?
I would just not even try to touch it. I would just go for well, for me, you would have a hard time knocking me out. But
I'm just saying, this work done.
I mean, anyone who's playing Yveltal, anyone who's playing Volcanion, anyone who's playing, well, what's weak to fire right now? Decidueye, yeah, they're gonna get salty.
Yes.
Plus, you know, you have Hypno, which puts both players' Pokemon to sleep. So.
Yeah. Plus the new evolution, use the energy to evolve it.
Yep.
Whew.
And since this Pokemon is only 3 colors energy, you could play a mixture of all the energy and get all your evolutions out.
Exactly. Plus colorless.
Okay, we'll make it. We'll make the deck. Why not? We'll make it. Oh, you know what? Here, I'll call it right now. That's the first deck we're making when Guardians Rising comes out. That's our first deck.
Come on. Where's my pen? Where's my paper?
I'll be making this on TCGO. That'll be the first Guardians Rising video we do. I guess this transitions well to the next card. Energy Lotto. Look at the top 7 cards of your deck. If there's an energy card there, you may choose one, reveal it, and put it into your hand.
Yes. More troll into trolling.
Okay, so this is basically a trainer's mail for energy cards. I think
7.
Would you
a lot of cards.
Would you try this in your Greninja Break deck?
Instead of running...
Maybe instead of running trainer's mails?
No, because... No, I would run trainer's mail still. Energy Lotto, I mean, it can work, but if I trainer's mail a professor's letter, I can potentially do more than 1 energy hit.
Yeah, that's true.
But, I mean, it's a possibility.
I think this might...
your item locked. Here.
This might be good for decks that struggle to get the energies out really quick.
Yeah.
I definitely think in any deck that doesn't have good energy acceleration, this is probably an option.
But you put it into your hand. I mean, why not run a professor's letter and get the 2 basic energy? So
that is true, but I think the reason why they made this card is made this their replacement for Professor's Letter for Standard.
Okay.
Because Professor's Letter has been printed for a long time, so this might be their replacement for it because they didn't reprint it.
Yeah. If Professor's Letter is taken out, then I will have to run this in Standard.
Yeah, but expanded though you'll have Professor's Letter.
Yeah.
Field Blower.
This would be Field Blower. Yes.
You take this one.
Alright. So you choose up to 2 in any combination of 2 cards and stadiums in play, both yours and your opponent's, and discard them. So let's say Dimension Valley on the field, boom, gone. Parallel City, boom, gone. Basically the same concept as Delinquent, but instead of removing cards from your opponent's hand, you can get rid of 2 cards, let's say Mega Gardevoir with their Spirit Links, but most likely the Spirit Links are going to be down for something else. Get rid of Bursting Balloon, EXP shares, basically anything on the field that's helping them accelerate their game and make sure that you can, kind of halt what they're doing.
Slow them down a lot.
Yeah.
But I also
I
think this card will be good and expanded because of Team Flare gear cards like Jamming Net, Headringer. It'll definitely help with that. It's basically a better. It's a different variation of Zerosig, but you can as an item card. But you can't target special energy. You can only target tools or stadiums. I definitely think Field Blower is gonna be a card to pick up and have in your binder. Next thing is Hala, which I will take. So Hala, shuffle your hand into your deck, then draw 4 cards. If you were to use the GX attack this game, draw 7 cards instead. Now this is very reminiscent of Professor Birch's observations. The difference is though it's not a coin flip. It's only if you've used your GX move. If you're playing the GX deck, you're playing this card. Especially if you're playing a GX deck that tends to use this GX move early in the game. Things like Solgaleo would definitely use this card as a 4 of, because Solgaleo would probably use its GX move early in the game to set up. Another deck that would probably run this would probably be something like Lapras would definitely use this card. This card has a lot of potential.
This will basically take out N from your deck, just because it's pretty consistent and you aren't going off of prize cards, especially if you know you're going to have more prize card or less prize cards throughout the game and be consistent in taking them.
Yep.
Especially like he was saying, you would use your GX early, but it's a consistent 4 cards or 7 cards, and then you're shuffling it back into your deck. So let's say I have crap load of cards in my hand and I'm about to mill out. You automatically shuffle the rest back in your deck, and then you can have your less cards and keep going.
Yep.
Aid through Paradise. Is that a stadium? Yeah.
Yep, that's a stadium.
Was it grass and
lightning Pokemon?
Oh, is it lightning?
It's lightning, yeah.
30 less damage. But
so I definitely think this card is meant to replace Force of Giants plants after rotation for grass decks. Also, it makes all grass and lightning Pokemon have effective 30 more health. So, I don't think this is the best stadium ever, but I definitely think it is probably going to make its way into a deck somewhere. And expanded, though, it's definitely not going to see any play, because for lightning types, Rough Seas is still better. For grass decks, Forest Giant Plants is still better and expanded, even after rotation. In standard, though, this card will probably see play after rotation.
Yep.
That's about it I have on my opinions of that card. Then we got the full arts and the rainbow rares and the secret rares. Secret rare lightning energy, the set. Secret rare max potion, secret rare field blower. Yep, those are secret rares. Why won't these things minimize at all? There we go. Okay. So on to Moonlight of Alola. We have Trevenant and Phantom. This is triggering for me. So, I guess we should talk about Phantom first, as a basic grass Pokemon with 60 HP. For a single grass energy, it does 10 damage, and Confuse Ray for a double colorless, it just confuses your opponent's active Pokemon, so that's pretty good. But then, you have Trevenant over here for double colorless, does Poltergeist, does 30 damage. Your opponent reveals his or her hand, and this attack does 30 damage times the number of trainer cards in your opponent's hand. So, this thing is another card one card we keep talking about today, Brandon. Vileplume.
No. Good lord.
You lock your opponent out of their item cards, they're stuck in their hand. You play Trevenant. Oh, bye-bye.
Plus, you know, we have Forza Giant Plants, we have Wally, we have Evo Soda. Turn 1 Trevenant again. If those... This not, so this with Vileplume is ridiculous.
I'm going to cry. Please. Please don't.
Plus, it hits most water decks for weakness.
It hits my deck for weakness. I'm fucked.
Yeah, I mean, if your opponent having 2 or 3 item cards in their hand is not out of reason at all. Hell, 4 or 5. Yeah, so yeah, guys, Trevenant's back again. Can Trevenant stop getting good prints? We got Late Wake Lampinch. I don't want to talk about the lamps. The lamps are not that cool. Here, Brandon, you want to take Sazzles since I talked about this in Unpacked?
What's that?
You take Sazzle.
Sazzle.
You gotta say like with the long Z, because just look at its pose. It's Sazzle.
Jeez. Alright, stage 1 evolution ability is Hot Poison. Once during your turn before your attack, you play this card from your hand to evolve. Your opponent's active is now Poison and Burn. 30 damage between turns if they don't get the heads for burn.
Yep.
So, it's really interesting being able to see you get double damage now from poison and burn now, because usually before, when I started playing Pokemon, you could only have one status condition.
Yeah, also up until Sun and Moon, burn wasn't really a thing. They changed the burn mechanic they changed the mechanic of burn with Sun and Moon,
which is really nice. 1 fire energy, 2 double colorless. Does flamethrower, discard 1 energy. Basically, you're probably gonna want to run just the hot poison.
No,
attack is pretty weak.
Well, you have things like flame energy, which would reattach itself. We have things like blacksmith. We have things like baby Volcanion.
It's not bad, but I mean, I don't think I'd want to use that.
Yeah.
As my main attacker. If anything, I'd even run Entei, to be honest.
Yeah, Entei's probably better though. But I mean, with special conditions being rampant now, I think it probably is not a bad thing to consider in a fire deck.
Yeah.
That's about it for that card though.
Pretty good.
Tentacool and Tentacruel, I don't think they're worth talking about at all. Wailord.
Wailord makes his debut again.
Wailord's kind of interesting though. Let's talk about Wailord actually. Now I look at it better,
200
more.
health.
Yep.
Well, okay, there's 200 health automatically. Crap load of health as always.
And it's not an EX or a GX.
Yeah.
This is just a regular Wailord, so it's only 1 prize card. That retreat cost though at 4, that's shit. But then again, we have Manaphy, so I guess probably in Keldeo and expanded. So.
I mean, the attacks aren't really worth it.
Yeah, they're not. But I mean, it's
40 damage. 40 damage.
Flip a coin.
40 or 80 damage.
But 80 damage though with a heal.
Heals. Why not run Rough Seas?
Well, I mean, if you're playing standard after rotation, there's no more Rough Seas.
Okay. That makes sense. But
most of the stadiums after rotation are going out for standard.
That's gnarly though.
Yeah, that's gnarly. I don't think it's a good card, but it's definitely interesting. Next up, we got
nice to talk about.
Yeah, Amoloa. Nope, not even gonna talk about it.
Wishy-washy.
I'm not talking about this. This is all you. You talk about Wishy-washy and Wishy-washy GX. I've already ranted about this card on the channel, so you can rant about this card now.
It's my turn. I don't really have anything because I get my news from you, to be be honest.
Well,
Ability for Wishy-Washy, the basic. Once during your turn, before you attack, you may switch this Pokemon with a GX in your hand. It retains all the attached cards and damage. So basically, it's like a Ninja Boy.
yeah.
Ninja Boy, and then let's see, sharpshooting, 10 damage to each of your opponent's Pokemon. But a 1, so it can hit advantage. A GX, 1 water energy, 20 damage. Not a lot of damage, but you have 210 health now. Microburst Vortex, 3 water energy and a double colorless. A lot of energy just to do 120 damage, but you discard a special energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. Let's say Splash Energy, DCE. So basically, it's an enhanced hammer with damage. So it's not bad. Blue Surge, same amount of energy as Microburst, 220 damage, but move all energy attached to this Pokemon to your bench in any way you like. Let's say you have a second one, we'll power it up. Or if you have 2 of them, you can probably power up one and then set another one up for powering up again. Let's see. Or if you have a second attacker with it, I think Wishy-Washy could be good in a sense, but it's a lot of energy you're gonna have to run. 3 retreat cross, that's pretty high, so Manaphy, but I mean, it'll be good in a sense. I think it's mid-tier at least.
I think this is in. I think this card is in bulk tier.
Okay.
Sure, you can use things like Max Elixir to power it up. I mean, in Water Box, it could see some play because of Palkia, but if you're gonna play a water deck, how is this better than Lapras? How is this better than Keldeo and Expanded? How is this better than Toad? How is it? Hell, Primarina I think is better than this card, and that card sees no play.
The stage 2.
Yeah, I honestly don't see why they had to make this card in the way it's made right now. Like, for 5 energy, why does it only do 120 damage? For 5 energy, why does the GX take an automatic knockout on anything? For 5 energy? That's pretty bad.
Yeah. But I would like to see at least, like a play deck of it. See what it can do. See
maybe
if there's any potential, but I can. So?
I want to move on. I don't think the Geodude line is worth talking about. Nothing really cool here. Oh, hey, we got a new Garbodor.
Oh, do we?
Yeah, but it's not anything like the other Garbodors we've had. But I mean, it's
really.
Actually this actually has potential. Trash Avalanche. This tech does 20 damage times the number of item cards in your opponent's discard pile. Now,
nice.
Most decks run like what, 15-ish item cards, right?
You can potentially one-shot
a lot of things. I mean, 20 damage times. I mean, even if they have 10 item cards in their discard pile, which, 4 Trainer's Mail, a couple VS Seekers, a couple Ultra Balls. Later, that's 200 damage.
Let's see for my deck. Max Potions.
Your deck, Max Potions.
Professor Letters. Super Rod.
Trainer's Mails.
Trainer's Mail, yeah.
VS
Seeker.
Yeah, it has potential. This card's pretty solid.
It's really solid against decks that run a lot of trainer cards, but then you want to watch out.
It kills Mega Mewtwo.
Yeah.
It kills Mega Mewtwo. It just destroys Mega Mewtwo.
Yeah, because Psychic.
And Mewtwo is weak to Psychic.
Yeah, so it's going to be a pretty darn good card. I think you can make a deck to counter some expanded decks.
Yep. Its second attack though is pretty bad. Second could double colors, acid bomb, does 70 damage. Flip a coin if heads. Discard your opponent's discard energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. So basically, 3 energy, 70 damage, plus a crushing hammer. I don't think it's worth 3 energy. But I understand why they had to make it 3 energy. If this, because it expanded, we still have Dimension Valley, and Dimension Valley would just make this card broken if it was 2 energy.
Yeah. I guess it would be nice to get with the mill deck, Carbador, to be honest.
It's also a good late game attacker too.
Yeah.
I mean, in expand, I mean, you could play this with the other Garbodor, and then, you know, you could put that Trubbish out late game, and then evolve to this Garbodor without your opponent expecting it, and just take some easy knockouts.
Nice. What are we moving on to next?
You want to talk about Mimikyu? I know you like this Pokemon.
One colorless. You get to draw 2 cards. Not really gonna use that much unless you actually need it. Probably early game.
Or if you're playing, like if it's early game and you go second, you can only touch 1 energy. So you know that's not bad though. It's kind of like Lapras collect for 3 energy, 3 cards.
Yeah. Let's see. Mimic. If your opponent uses an attack during his or her last turn, excluding GX attacks, use that attack as his attack. So 2 energies that could potentially do a lot of damage. What is it? Hustling Strike?
Well, no,
coins?
you would be using the attack, so like things like Hustling Strike, yes, you would get to flip the coins, but if you're trying to use like the Roaring Heat or whatever, the first attack, it wouldn't do any damage to fire Pokemon on your bench. Against things like Night March, it wouldn't do anything because you would have no Night Marchers in your discard pile.
Yeah.
Against Mega Gardevoir, it could discard its own bench though. It could Mega Ray. It could do some damage against Mega Ray. It could Shadow Stitch your deck, Brandon. Preventing you using from Giant Water Shuriken the next turn.
It's okay because it'll Shadow Stitch him from Shadow Stitching me.
Yeah.
Or not Shadow Stitching.
You don't have the Moonlight. You have the Moonlight slash it.
Yeah, which isn't bad. I mean, 60 damage, but then discard 90 damage.
You still take out the Mimikyu though.
Yeah.
I don't think this card's horrible. Might be a good tech. It might be a good tech in a psychic deck.
Yeah, that would be pretty nice tech.
Demise is interesting.
Ability, Metallurgy. As long as this Pokemon is in play, each of your metal Pokemon does 10 more damage. So I mean, Solgaleo,
Scizor.
What was the other one we talked about? Scizor. There was another.
Oh, we haven't got to it. We haven't got to it yet.
Oh really?
No, that was in the pre-show.
Okay.
We haven't got to this one.
Okay.
We haven't got to the metal Pokemon yet. That's later.
Yeah.
But I mean,
this will be. You keep this card in mind because you'll see.
Yeah.
But it's not bad.
And then Anchor Shot.
Just for the. I believe. 70 damage.
It's basically like Regirock for metal decks, and Regirock has always seen play in fighting. So But the difference between this and Regirock is Regirock had more HP, but then again, this Pokemon is not an EX, so your opponent doesn't take 2 prizes.
Yeah.
All right, Tapu Lele GX. I'll give my short summary of this card.
Yeah.
Better Jirachi. That's all I have to say. It's a better Jirachi. Do you want to?
I'm pretty sure we talked about this before.
I have talked about this card before, but I'll talk about it again real quick in case no one knows what this does. So if you remember what Jirachi EX did, Jirachi EX lets you add a supporter card from your deck to your hand. So this thing does the same thing. It basically has the exact same abilities as Jirachi EX from Black and White, but it has better attacks than Jirachi. So its first attack, Energy Drive for double colorless, does 20 damage times the number of energy cards attached to both Pokemon, but it's not affected by weakness or resistance. I believe this is basically the same thing as Aerial Ball from Lugia, right? Or does Lugia hit for weakness?
No. Lugia does.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
based off of yeah.
but I
Same
mean
thing.
it's guaranteed to do 40 because you'll have the 2 energy on you, and most Pokemon require 2 or 3 energy. So I mean, it's pretty much guaranteed to do anywhere from 80 to 100 most times, which for 2 energy is not bad at all. And then its second, it's GX move. It's GX move for psychic energy. Kapu Cure GX, restore all HP to 2 of your bench Pokemon. So that's pretty good. If you're playing something like, if you're playing like a new Nala deck, you're playing this. If you're playing Mega Mewtwo, you're playing this. Just for its ability alone, I think most decks are gonna play this, just to get that early supporter out. But yeah, I definitely think this is probably one of the more high value cards in the set.
It's really nice. But yeah, it does the same as Arrow Ball.
Okay, so
20 times.
Alright, and then we have Gligar, Gliscor. No, nothing. Pancham, nope. Okay, Lycanroc. You take this one, Brandon. Take Lycanroc.
Yep. Alright. Lycanroc to GX, the actual good one. The ability is Blood Eye. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon, you may switch one of your opponent's bench. So automatically a Lysander.
Mm-hmm.
One fighting, double colorless, claw swipe does 110 damage. One fighting and one colorless equals the Death Row GX. So he only has 2 attacks. The GX is really nice. 50 damage times the number of opponents benched. So let's say the running Skyfield, major damage.
Yeah, I mean, if they have a full bench at 5 alone, it's not gonna anything.
Yeah.
But its first attack, Claw Swipe's actually not bad because we have things like Strong Energy, so that would make it up to 130.
So that's 130 plus you can. No, not Fighting Fury.
No, not Muscle Band.
You're playing expanded. Yeah, Muscle Band. Extra damage.
Also,
so
we have Regirock EX. Another 10.
Oh, yeah. Plus, you can use Professor Kukui. Another 20. So you can do quite a bit to make this card do some damage.
Yeah, there's a lot of ways to make this card do a lot more damage.
Yeah.
I mean, just the ability alone in a fighting deck is pretty awesome. Just the evolve, and then force with a Lysander effect on it.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't even have to run Lysander test.
In a fighting deck? No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Honchkrow is worth talking about, actually. 110 HP, Dark Pokemon evolves from Murkrow, Stage 1. For a single Dark Energy, it does Faint Attack, does 30 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. Don't apply weakness or resistance for bench Pokemon. Wait. Oh, this is flat
30 damage.
Yeah, it's flat 30 damage, but it's not affected by weakness, resistance, or any other effects. So it can bypass things like Mr. Mime.
Yeah, Mr. Mime or what was it?
Well, no, it can't bypass. It can't. Yeah, you're thinking of Glaceon, but it can't bypass Mr. Mime, but it can hit Mr. Mime itself.
Okay.
That's how I understand it, at least. Obviously we haven't got an official ruling, but based off the text and how I know Mr. Mime works, I'm pretty sure it can hit Mr. Mime, but not the other bench Pokemon. So you can hit Mr. Mime itself.
On that Pokemon. Okay, cool.
And then Ravenclaw for double colorless does 10 damage plus 10 more damage for the times the number of damage counters on all of your opponent's Pokemon in play.
So Team Flare.
Team Magma's base.
Team Magma's base, 10 damage. Is it 10 or 20?
It's 10 times. It's 10 plus 10 times the number of damage counters on all your Pokemon in play.
Well, so I'm saying like Magma's base, 10 damage.
No, it does 20.
Is it 20? Yeah.
Yeah. Plus things like Bursting Balloon.
Yeah.
this could be a good secondary attacker for Umbreon, because Umbreon can spread damage so easily.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I think Honchkrow might actually see some competitive play, actually. I mean, I don't see why it wouldn't.
It is a stage 1, but I mean, it definitely could do some damage if needed.
Yeah, it can definitely take some damage. Plus, you know, if your opponent's got an EX sitting on the back row with a lot of damage on it, that's a lot of damage that it's going to do itself.
Yeah.
Oh, Sableye. That's dirty. Ooh, that's dirty.
Oh.
Just the first attack is just dirty itself. I don't think it's good, but it's dirty. For a single dark, your opponent can't play supporters.
That would, second turn, if you put a dark energy, and you can stop somebody when they pull out, let's say they have a Talonflame and pull out some supporters, or a supporter.
Yeah.
You can basically stop them for a little while.
You could. It would help. It's gonna help slow decks.
Yeah.
Fight against faster decks. Pangoro's interesting though for its first attack. For Darkening Double Carlos, does 70 damage and it's not affected by resistance.
Nice.
So
he's gonna destroy you, people.
Yeah, you just Shuriken people all day. All right, here's the card I want to talk about the most: Metagross GX. Funny, did you know that Metagross is actually my favorite Gen 3 Pokemon? I love Metagross. So, ability, Gyotech System. Once in your turn before you attack, you may attach a Psychic or Metal Energy from your discard pile to your active Pokemon. Now, this brings up a video that will be going later this week of a deck that I'm doing. A deck I'm talking about is going to go up after this video goes live, so keep a lookout for that video, guys. It's a Bronzong and Solgaleo deck, where you use the Bronzong from a black and white set. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it lets you attach Metal Energy to your Metal Pokemon from your discard pile. This does the same thing, except it hits for your active, where Bronzong is a bench, but that's still good because it's psychic or Metal Energy, so you can attach Metal Energy to Solgaleo, and then use Solgaleo's attack over and over again. Because only downside though is this is a stage 3 though, and Bronzong's a stage 1. I mean, Metagross stage 2, but Bronzong's stage 1. But you know we have things like Rare Candy. Plus, this thing has 250 HP, which is pretty good. And plus, it can also act as a secondary attacker for Solgaleo, or a primary attacker in a Solgaleo deck. And then its first attack, Giga Hammer for 2 Metal Energy and a Colorless Energy, does 150 damage. But you can't use Giga Hammer during your next turn. Well, you can use things like Solgaleo, switch it back into the active with Solgaleo, put the Solgaleo back in the active, right? Or put another Metagross in the active, and then just keep swinging. You can also use things like Ranger to remove that effect, so you can still swing for that 150. But it's GX.
It sucks.
Yeah, that's the only thing that sucks about it. But I definitely it has a lot of potential. It does have a lot of potential.
Yeah, it does.
I will be making this deck. I'm making this deck. Yeah, its GX tech though is great. It's not great because of things like N and Lima. Search your deck for up to 5 cards, put them in your hand, shuffle your deck afterwards. It's not great. It's not a great attack. I think if you're playing this card with Solgaleo, I think Solgaleo's GX attack is the GX attack you're going to want to use over this.
Yeah.
But even though it's a stage 2, we have Rare Candy still. So. But I definitely think Metagross has a lot of potential, especially in Expanded. Because of things like Battle Code.
The only thing that would suck is playing against like a Volcanion or a Incineroar. Yeah,
but if you're playing Metagross with Solgaleo can one-shot Incineroar.
Yeah.
And it can one-shot Volcane as well. This can one-shot Volcane if you if you use like Kukui. This one puts it up to 170. And if you put Delmise in your deck, that's 180. That's more than enough to kill Volcanion.
Oh boy.
Next card we all want to talk about. I don't want to talk about Cottonee or Wismicash. They're not worth talking about. We have a Goodra. Is Goodra worth talking about?
More cuties.
For colorless Power Whip, this attack does 20 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon times number energy attached to this Pokemon. Nah. For water and a fairy and colorless, beat Slider, 130 damage, switch to defending Pokemon on your opponent's bench Pokemon. Okay, so. Oh, no, so your opponent gets to choose the new active Pokemon, so it's not a Lysander, it's more like a Repel, so nope. Yeah, that's disappointing.
Yeah.
Cast form. What?
I don't think there's really anything.
Actually, no, cast form's not bad, actually. 4 cast for colorless energy, choose 2 stadium cards from your deck, reveal them, and put them into your hand. Pretty good for those decks that need a stadium card early.
Ooh, nice, that water pulse though.
Watch.
Colorless. 30 damage plus a sleep.
Oh, Talonflame came back.
Yeah, but it's...
Nope, it's horrible. It's horrible. Nope, don't play this. Play Steam Siege Talonflame. Play Steam Siege Talonflame. Don't play this. Don't play this. Play Steam Siege. Play the Steam Siege Talonflame. It's better. Yeah. All right,
my favorite part.
Go. Just go.
Patch.
I'm going to take a quick bathroom break. You talk about Aqua Patch.
Again. Bonzi-chan has a fucking tiny bladder. Sometimes I don't think he washes his hands, but you know, Aqua Patch, attach a basic energy from your discard pile. So really good for recycling energies. Probably could speed up some decks, especially things kind of like. I think of it for my deck because I don't run a lot of water energies. So I mean, if I can't pull a Fisherman or a Super Rod, Rock's Grit, something to pull my energies back in to be able to use a Professor's Letter, I can automatically use an Aqua Patch. What was it? Lapras GX? This would be good for. Any Water Box deck? This would be good for.
Yep.
Pretty nice. I mean, water already was like good. It's like they're making it even better. So.
Yep. If you guys haven't played that long, you guys wouldn't know what this card is based off of. The originally this card's based off another card called Dark Patch from Dark Explorers, which is basically the exact same thing but for Dark Pokemon. And this is what gave Dark the reputation of being so broken and powerful. It's the same thing for water. I don't know why they printed this card, because most people's opinion on Dark Patch was negative. They thought it was just too powerful.
It definitely is, and it's a really hard card to get nowadays.
Yeah, I mean, the Dark Patch is sitting at $7 right now.
Yeah, for one.
Yeah, I would expect this card to shoot up to a similar value.
I'm keeping all.
Yep, you're the water player, not me. Next thing we got is Rescue Stretcher. It's an item card. Choose one Pokemon from your discard pile and put it into your hand, or choose 3 Pokemon, shuffle them into your deck. It's kind of a combination of Buddy Buddy. It's a combination of Buddy Buddy and Super Rod. So if let's say you need Pokemon in your deck, you could put the 3 Pokemon into your deck, or you can put 1 into your hand if you need that 1 card in your hand. So like for example, if you need a Shaman, you can grab a Shaman. If you need a Hoopa, you can grab a Hoopa. If you need a Mega, you grab a Mega. Whatever you need in your discard pile. If you need 1 card, specifically 1 Pokemon in your discard pile, you can throw it back into your hand. I think that's really good. And then you can use it, or if you just need to put 3 Pokemon back into your bench late game. Yep. So basically, it's a combination of Super Rod and Buddy Buddy.
I probably will run Rescue Stretcher.
You would, yes.
Standard, just because, let's say I have my Greninjas on the field and my breaks are in the discard pile. I need an extra break to do an extra damage.
I think you could split it. Actually, you could probably still run a Rescue Stretcher and a Super Rod.
50-50.
Yeah.
But Rescue Stretcher definitely does something that could elevate the game, especially if you're losing and you need those cards, because it's really hard to recycle some of them because they put them back into your deck, and sometimes you can't even pull them. So I mean,
I think I'd run this. I think I'll run this over Buddy Buddy in my deck.
Yeah, definitely. Because it stops your opponent from being able to pick up a Pokemon, versus Buddy Buddy, both of you pick up a single Pokemon.
Yeah.
Let's see. What was that, Malo?
Yep. You take
that one. Okay. Another supporter. Choose 2 cards from your deck. Shuffle the rest of your deck. So basically, you could choose two cards that you're gonna put on top of your deck in any order you like. Let's say, let's say I need an energy and a Pokemon, or let's say for like item locks or anything, you could end up sycamoring, or
You
not
could-
sycamoring.
You could throw a hex on top,
Yeah,
or
there's
or if you're playing a deck like Wizcash, you could put 2 energy on top and hit for 200.
yeah,
If you're playing Typhlosion, same thing. Put 2 fire energy on top of your deck for the guaranteed 2
definitely
damage.
a lot of things you can do, especially for those decks that
If you're
do
playing,
draw the energy to do damage.
yeah, or if you're playing something like Shaman or Oranguru or Octillery, you can pick 2 cards that you really need to draw and put them on top of your deck, so that when you do Shaman, Octillery, or Hoopa or Oranguru, you guaranteed to draw those 2 cards. So, like for example, my Mega Gardevoir deck, if I need a Spirit Link and a Mega, I can put the Spirit Link and the Mega on top, and then Shaman for whatever, and then draw those 2 cards right off the top of the deck and start going off. In your deck, I would say it'd probably be you wanting to make sure you top deck that Frogadier on the next turn, so you can evolve, or you make sure you top deck that and those energies, or you top deck those max potions.
Or let's see, you could end up super rotting. No, I couldn't. I have no draws.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Volcanion, it could make sure they draw the energy.
Yeah.
Or the Blacksmith for the next turn. Or like in an item lock deck, you can make sure you draw into the correct supporters or the correct Pokemon.
Supporters, it'd be like running Force of the Giant Plants, being able to draw the cards that you can evolve immediately. This actually would be pretty decent for like a Decidueye deck, but then you need some type of draw supporter, or not draw supporter, draw besides
Supporter.
the supporter, which you could run a Oranguru, but then kind of doesn't make sense to run a Oranguru when you kind of need to run like the Seismitoad.
Yeah.
Just to help play a little bit better.
Or if you're playing like a Devo Spray variation, you can make sure you draw the Devo Sprays.
Yeah.
There's a lot of potential. This card has a lot of uses and a lot of potential. I definitely think it'll make its way into a staple.
Yeah.
Next up, we got Hilltop Stream. During your turn, both players can use this card. During either player's turn, once per turn, they may search their deck for a water or a fighting Pokemon and play it onto their bench. This is pretty powerful for things like Water Box, because they can grab the Manaphies, they can grab the Palkias, they can grab Keldeos if they're playing expanded. It's okay for fighting decks.
Running the Greninjas.
Yeah, Greninjas too. I definitely don't think it's better than Rough Seas. I think Rough Seas overall is still better, just for the heat, because healing is so good.
Yeah, but I mean.
And plus, Water Box still has Dive Ball. I mean, actually, for standard though, I think this is meant to replace. Go ahead.
Yeah. I was gonna say, for like, you probably go half and half with the stadiums.
Yeah.
Probably run like 1 or 2 Rough Seas, a Hilltop Stream, and Silent Lab if you're gonna run 4 stadiums.
Well, yeah,
but Hilltop Stream could definitely clutch.
But in Water Box, after rotation, this is gonna take the place of Dive Ball, because Dive Ball is gonna get rotated out of standard. But in expanded, though, we still have Dive Ball. I think this is definitely meant as a standard card, not an expanded card.
Yeah. Nest Ball, right?
Yeah, there's still Nest Ball too. Yeah, but Nest Ball puts it straight onto your bench. This does the same thing though. And then we got Full Arts and Rainbow Rares and Secret Rares of all those cards. We got Secret Rare Fighting Energy, Secret Rare Enhanced Hammer, Secret Rare Aqua Patch. I don't even know what the value of that card is. Lycanroc has a really derpy looking Full Art. Wishy Washy looks cool.
Does not look great.
Tapu Lele looks alright. Metagross looks pretty sick.
I want that Malo Full Art.
Malo Full Art? Yeah, that's cool. The Rainbow Rares look... Okay, the Lycanroc Rainbow Rare looks even more derpy.
It looks worse than the other.
Okay, let's be
the
real.
full art.
Most rainbow rares look worse than full arts. Most like, so if I'm gonna get actually out of all the artworks for Lycanroc, I'd rather just have the regular art. I don't even want the full art or the rainbow rare. The regular art just looks so much more badass. Like, okay, look at the regular art, right? It looks so much more badass, right? And then you pull up like the rainbow rare and the full art, they just look derpy as hell. He's like sitting and like, just looks derpy. Right? Like, here, let me pull. I'm gonna pull them up side by side. I'm gonna pull up the ultra, the full art. I'm gonna pull up the full art. Hang on, I'm gonna pull up the full art next to the regular rare. Oh, this is harder than it looks. This is hard as hell to do actually, because if you saw what I was doing, you'd be like, oh god. Okay, so now they're side by side. Okay. One looks derpy as hell, one looks badass. Then the lower rarity looks badass compared to the full art. But until next time, guys, this has been Sm2 Leaks. Catch you next time.
Is that even though that Sun and Moon 2's full set list has been leaked and translated, I am doing that in a separate video with Loneazn that should be up either tomorrow